are alone in the African wilderness. The sun has disappeared below the horizon, and darkness has taken over the vast savanna. The sounds of insects fill the night air. A cool breeze moves through the tall grass. After a long day of exploring, you're exhausted. You spread out a sleeping bag beneath the stars and slowly drift off to sleep. Everything seems peaceful, but then something begins moving through the darkness. A lion. A fully grown male lion is walking silently through the night. Its powerful eyes scan the landscape. Its nose catches a scent. Your scent. The lion stops. It knows something unusual is nearby. Slowly, it starts moving closer. You remain asleep, completely unaware. Now ask yourself one question. Would a lion attack you while you sleep? Most people would immediately say yes. After all, lions are among the most powerful predators on Earth. They hunt animals much larger than humans. They have sharp teeth, massive claws, and incredible strength. So a sleeping human should be an easy meal, right? Surprisingly, reality is far more complicated. In fact, most lions do not automatically see humans as food. That might sound strange, but understanding why requires us to think like a lion. Predators don't attack everything they see. Every hunt involves risk. If a lion gets injured during a hunt, it could lose its ability to catch food. Even a small injury can become life-threatening in the wild. Because of this, lions carefully evaluate every target. They ask one simple question: is this worth the risk? And humans are not ordinary prey. For thousands of years, lions evolved to hunt zebras, wildebeests, antelope, and buffalo. Humans don't look like those animals. We don't move like them. We don't smell like them. To a lion, humans are something unusual. And in nature, unusual often means dangerous. That's why many lions choose caution instead of attack. But this doesn't mean you're safe, because there are situations where a lion may decide that a sleeping human is worth the risk, and that's where things become truly terrifying. To understand why lions rarely hunt humans, we need to look at what lions normally eat. In Africa, lions spend most of their lives hunting animals like zebras, wildebeests, buffalo, and antelope. These animals have been part of a lion's diet for thousands of years. Lions understand them. They know how they move. They know how they run. They know when they're vulnerable. Over countless generations, lions have become experts at hunting these animals. Humans are different, very different. Imagine you're a lion walking through the wilderness. Suddenly you see a strange creature. It stands on two legs. It has no fur covering most of its body. It behaves differently from every other animal around it. Would you immediately attack it? Probably not. Because predators are naturally cautious around unfamiliar things, and humans are among the most unusual creatures a lion can encounter. But there's another reason lions often avoid humans. Humans have a reputation, a very dangerous reputation. For thousands of years, humans have hunted predators. We learned how to use fire, then spears, then bows, then guns. Eventually, humans became one of the most powerful hunters on Earth. Lions don't understand technology, but they do learn from experience. If lions repeatedly encounter humans and those encounters lead to danger, they begin associating humans with risk. This is one reason many wild lions stay away from villages, roads, and human settlements whenever possible. Even a sleeping human may still smell like danger. But here's something interesting. Researchers studying wildlife have noticed that many predators prefer familiar prey because familiar prey is predictable. A zebra behaves like a zebra. A wildebeest behaves like a wildebeest. Humans? Humans are unpredictable. One moment they appear weak. The next moment they can become extremely dangerous. From a lion's perspective, uncertainty can be scary, and predators hate unnecessary risks. However, this doesn't mean lions never attack people. In fact, history contains several terrifying examples of lions hunting humans. Some lions have even become famous for it. But why would a lion suddenly start targeting humans when most lions avoid them? The answer often comes down to desperation, injuries, old age, starvation, or unusual circumstances. And once a lion discovers that humans can sometimes be easy prey, everything can change. In the next chapter, we'll explore the shocking cases of man-eating lions and discover what causes a predator to start hunting humans in the first place. Life in the wild is not easy. Every day is a struggle. A lion must constantly find food, protect its territory, and compete with other predators. When a lion is young and healthy, hunting natural prey is usually not a problem. But what happens when that changes? Imagine an old lion. Its teeth are worn down, its body is slower, its strength is fading. Chasing a fast zebra becomes much harder than it used to be. A healthy wildebeest can outrun it, a buffalo can seriously injure it. Suddenly, hunting traditional prey becomes dangerous and exhausting. This is when some lions begin looking for easier opportunities. And sometimes, those opportunities involve humans. Humans are generally slower than many wild animals. They often travel alone. They may be sleeping. They may be unprotected. For an aging or injured lion, a human can appear much easier to catch than a powerful buffalo or a fast antelope. Throughout history, there have been several famous cases of man-eating lions. One of the most well-known examples occurred in Kenya in 1898. Two male lions became notorious for attacking railway workers during the construction of a bridge. Night after night, fear spread through the camps. Workers disappeared. Many people refused to sleep. The lions became legendary. To this day, their story remains one of the most famous wildlife mysteries in history. But experts later discovered something important. The lions may have been facing unusual environmental pressures that pushed them toward hunting humans. This reveals a crucial fact. Most man-eating lions are not normal lions. Something has usually gone wrong. They may be injured, they may be sick, they may be starving, or they may have lost access to their natural food sources. In other words, attacking humans is often a last resort rather than a first choice. Still, the danger is real. A lion that successfully hunts a human once may learn something powerful. It may discover that humans can be easier to catch than other prey, and once a predator learns a successful hunting strategy, it may repeat it. That's why wildlife authorities take man-eating incidents extremely seriously. A single lion can completely change its behavior if conditions allow it. But there's another question we haven't answered yet. What if you're asleep? Would a lion actually recognize that you're vulnerable? And what signs would make it decide to attack or walk away? The answer may surprise you, because when lions hunt, they don't just look at size or strength. They look at behavior. And a sleeping human sends a very different signal than an awake one. Now let's return to our original scenario. It's the middle of the night. The African wilderness is silent except for the distant sounds of insects and animals. You are asleep, completely unaware of your surroundings. And somewhere nearby, a lion notices you. What happens next? Most people imagine the lion immediately charging forward, but that's usually not how lions behave. Lions are patient animals. Before making a decision, they observe, they watch, they listen, they smell. A lion's nose is incredibly powerful. Long before it gets close, it can gather information from your scent. The lion may know that you are human before it ever sees you clearly, and that's important because humans are different from normal prey. When lions hunt zebras or antelope, they often look for weakness. An injured animal, a young animal, an isolated animal, a sleeping human might seem vulnerable, but the lion still has questions. Is this person alone? Are there other humans nearby? Is there fire? Are there vehicles? Could attacking lead to danger? Remember, lions don't want unnecessary risks. Even an easy meal isn't worth it if the consequences are severe. In many cases, a lion may investigate and then quietly leave. The sleeping person never even realizes the lion was there. And believe it or not, this has happened before. Wildlife researchers and safari guides have documented situations where predators approached campsites, observed sleeping humans, and then moved on without attacking. Why? Because curiosity and hunting are not always the same thing. Sometimes a predator is simply gathering information. However, there are exceptions. A very hungry lion may view the situation differently, An injured lion may be more desperate. A lion that has previously hunted humans may already see people as potential prey. In those situations, the risk becomes much greater. There's another factor many people forget: fire. For thousands of years, fire has helped humans survive in predator territory. Many wild animals are naturally cautious around flames. A campfire can create a psychological barrier that discourages predators from approaching too closely. That's one reason early humans were able to sleep more safely in dangerous environments. Fire didn't make them invincible, but it often made predators think twice. Still, perhaps the most important protection humans have is something we rarely think about: our reputation. Predators learn from experience, and over countless generations, humans have earned a reputation as one of the most dangerous species on Earth. Even when we're asleep, that reputation can influence how predators react to us. But lions aren't the only predators capable of hunting humans. What about tigers, leopards, wolves? Do they behave the same way? Or are some predators far more dangerous to a sleeping human than a lion? The answer reveals a fascinating truth about how different predators think. When people think about dangerous predators, lions are usually the first animals that come to mind. They are powerful, they are famous, and for centuries they have been known as the king of the beasts. But here's something surprising. A lion may not be the predator you should fear most if you were sleeping in the wild. Different predators hunt in very different ways. Let's start with tigers. Unlike lions, tigers are usually solitary hunters. They don't live in prides, they don't depend on a group. Instead, they rely on stealth. A tiger can move through dense vegetation almost silently. It can get incredibly close to its target before being noticed. Because of this, tigers are often considered some of the most efficient ambush predators on Earth. Historically, certain tigers have become man-eaters, especially when age, injury, or habitat loss made hunting natural prey more difficult. Then there are leopards. Leopards may be smaller than lions, but they are exceptionally adaptable. They live near forests, mountains, grasslands, and sometimes even close to human settlements. In some regions, leopards have developed a reputation for being more willing than lions to enter areas occupied by humans. Their stealth makes them particularly difficult to detect. Now, consider wolves. Many people fear wolves because of stories and legends, but in reality, wild wolves rarely attack humans. Most wolves prefer avoiding people whenever possible. To a wolf, humans often represent uncertainty and danger. This is similar to how many lions behave. Bears are another story. Unlike big cats, bears are not specialized hunters. They are opportunistic. Some bear attacks happen because the animal feels threatened. Others occur because food is involved. A bear surprised at close range can become extremely dangerous. Then there are crocodiles. Unlike lions, crocodiles don't usually care whether their prey is familiar or unfamiliar. If something enters the water and looks like food, a crocodile may attack without hesitation. In many parts of the world, crocodiles are responsible for more fatal encounters with humans than large cats. So what does all of this tell us? It tells us that predators are not mindless killing machines. Each species has evolved different hunting strategies, different fears, different behaviors, different decision-making processes. Some are cautious, some are opportunistic, some are highly selective, and almost all of them prefer avoiding unnecessary risks. That's why the simple question, would a lion attack you while you sleep, doesn't have a simple answer. Sometimes yes, often no. It depends on the circumstances. But there is one final reason humans are rarely hunted by predators, a reason so powerful that it completely changed our position in the natural world. And it explains how humans went from vulnerable prey to the dominant species on Earth. For most of human history, our ancestors lived in a world filled with predators: lions, tigers, leopards, wolves, hyenas, and countless other animals that were stronger, faster, and far better equipped for combat than any human. If you could travel back hundreds of thousands of years, you might be surprised by how vulnerable humans once were. We didn't have sharp claws. We didn't have powerful jaws. We couldn't outrun most predators. We couldn't overpower them with strength. By all accounts, humans should have remained near the bottom of the food chain. Yet somehow, that didn't happen. Instead, humans became the dominant species on Earth. Why? The answer wasn't strength, it wasn't speed, it was intelligence. Unlike other animals, humans learned how to solve problems. We learned how to communicate, we learned how to cooperate in large groups, and perhaps most importantly, we learned how to use tools. A single human is vulnerable, but a group of humans working together becomes something entirely different. Imagine a lion facing one person. Now imagine that same lion facing 20 people carrying spears and fire. The situation changes dramatically. Over thousands of generations, predators learned this lesson. Humans were dangerous, not because of their bodies, but because of their minds. Then came fire. Fire gave humans something extraordinary. It provided warmth, it provided light, and it provided protection. Many predators became cautious around flames. A campsite illuminated by fire was very different from an unprotected animal sleeping in darkness. For early humans, this advantage was revolutionary. Eventually came better weapons, then villages, then cities, then modern civilization. As human populations expanded, predators were pushed farther away from the spaces we occupied. The balance of power shifted completely. Today, when a lion encounters a human, it is often encountering a species that has dominated nearly every environment on Earth. And that changes how predators think. Remember the question we started with. Would a lion attack you while you sleep? The answer is, it depends. A healthy wild lion will often avoid humans if given the choice. Humans are unfamiliar, humans are unpredictable, and humans have a long history of being dangerous. However, under certain conditions, a lion may absolutely attack. Starvation, injury, desperation, previous success hunting humans. These factors can change everything. Nature is complex. There are no guarantees. But one thing is clear. The reason humans are rarely hunted by predators isn't because we're stronger. It's because we've spent thousands of years becoming the one creature that even the most powerful predators must think twice about. And perhaps that's the most fascinating part of the story. The animal sleeping beneath the stars may appear weak, but behind that sleeping human stands an entire history of intelligence, cooperation, and survival. A history powerful enough to reshape the natural world itself. So the next time you hear a lion's roar echoing across the wilderness, remember this. The lion may be one of nature's greatest predators, but humans became something even more extraordinary. We became the species that changed the rules of the game.